What's up, guys? So I want to go over how we're growing our SaaS, and today we made around $2,000, reduced churn by 10% using live streams. And I don't think anyone has ever talked about this because I don't think anyone else is doing it. I saw one guy do it, but nobody actually went over how they are doing it. And here's proof, by the way. I blur a bunch of this stuff because I don't want to flex on you too much, but it's that's 4 figures per day. I won't reveal to you the exact amount. But yeah, going back to this. So how are we using live streams for this? And how are live streams responsible for reducing churn? How do we do these live streams? Why do we do them? So a bit of a background. Our SaaS is arvo.com. We used to be called Journalist AI or tryjournalist.com. We rebranded and now we're called Arvo. Homepage kind of sucks. We're going to change it very soon, so don't worry too much about this. But this is our software, okay? Boring to be software doesn't really matter, okay? And so what we started doing, and if I log in here to my dashboard, you'll see it, is a couple months back, I mean, this is pretty obvious, but at the end of the day, and I said this before, people buy from people, right? You buy from people you know, like, and trust. And what's the easiest way to make people know, like, and trust you? Well, it's to spend long periods of time with them. So here, you're seeing my face, you're listening to my voice for long periods of time. So it's way easier for me to build trust right here on a video format, like speaking to you for long periods of time, than via an email or a tweet or TikTok, which is super short. And so we added this thing right here, join our weekly call. And so every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, we do a live call. I just hop on into Google Meets, okay, me and a bunch of people, like we send this out to our email list, okay, and a bunch of people, this is me right here, the king, the big brain of SEO, okay, and all these other people join the call. And this is not a call where I handle support tickets and all that, so because I want to make sure this is valuable for all the people. So if I just handling support tickets, it will only be valuable for one of these guys. So we just talk about where we're taking our product, right? Any new features we're building, any new things we're seeing in the industry, any new tips and tricks in this space where our SaaS in. Because our SaaS solves a specific pain point, which I won't dive here deep into this because you're not the customer for this. We solve a pain point. So in these calls, I talk about the pain points we're solving, how we're solving them better, how the industry is changing, and how they can apply our product to solve their pain point better. So weekly calls where we chat about our niche, right? We chat about their problems. They give me their sites. I do some audits. I give them some tips and tricks, right? And all this helps. One is it helps create this sort of parasocial relationship where people feel like they know me, right? And so we've seen, right? It's hard to draw a direct correlation between churn dropping, because reducing churn, meaning reducing the amount of people that cancel your SaaS subscription every month, isn't just about one thing, right? It's not just because we're doing live streams that the churn is less, right? It's a list of things. Maybe live streams, right? A great product solves a great pain point. Timing, great UI, great UX, great customer support. So there's a bunch of things that reduce churn, which is good, right? It's never just one thing. There's no silver bullet to reducing churn, right? There's a bunch of things. Now, that being said, right, onboarding calls as well, cancellation calls, which you do all those, right? All these play a big part. But I truly believe these weekly calls are responsible for part of that churn drop. Because again, people are on the call with me. I solve problems if they have them on the call, right? They trust me, they like me, they know me. I'm a friend of theirs to some extent, right? I'm here to help people, right? The only reason why they pay me, and the only reason why I'm here, is to get them to pay me forever, okay? And to get them to pay me forever, to my SaaS forever, well, I have to have a great product, I have to have great customer support, and I have to have their trust in me. And these calls, these live streams I do every single week, are a great way to build this trust. And trust, as cliche as it sounds, is the best way to have people pay you forever. And so, again, we're doing these live streams, okay? As of now, I don't even record them. I should probably record them and put them onto YouTube, because I'd kill 2 birds with one stone, right? If I'm spending my time with these people, helping them out, going over valuable information, I might as well just syndicate them to YouTube, okay? And yeah, after the calls, we don't necessarily see a spike in sales, right? I wouldn't expect that, right? We do see some sales, people coming in, people who are, because we send an email out to the whole list, so people who are subscribers, people who aren't subscribers yet, so we send emails to all the people, right? For the subscribers, they get to come online, live, and chat with me, which is great. And for the non-subscribers, well, they get to see who's behind the scenes. Does this guy really care, right? Because I think it's a great thing, you know who's the founder of the business. Because again, you create a parasocial relationship, which it's not that it's weird or anything, right? It's a good thing to some extent, right? You see who's behind the screen. You see it's a real person working and trying to make the product better. Nobody's trying to scam anyone. And so, yeah, I think if you have a SaaS, you should be doing this. Also, by the way, one of the great things about these live streams is that like it's insane the amount of quality feedback you get, right? You get people suggesting new features. You get people saying they don't like stuff. You get people saying they like stuff. So it's insanely valuable feedback. And again, as cliche as it sounds, to grow a business, you rely heavily on customer feedback, right? That's why we do onboarding calls. That's why we do cancellation calls. So once somebody cancels, we try to get them on the call, not to win them back, just to understand why they canceled. We don't even try to win them back on that call. We just say, hey, listen, please, we're not trying to take any money from you. Just let us know why you canceled, okay? And like listening to the customer, again, as cliche as it sounds, is the biggest thing. And I really, truly believe that live streams, because of all the things that I outlined here, are great to reduce churn, right? Increase LTV, which are tied together, and improve your product, which is one of the three biggest things, excuse me, that come into play when growing a business. And so I suggest you do live streams. If you don't want to appear on camera, well, I don't know, too bad for you, you got to appear on camera. We're in 2025. You got to do stuff that you're uncomfortable. Because if you're just doing stuff that you're comfortable with, well, you're never going to grow. So show up, do the live streams. That's what we do. That's why we make money. And on this channel, I just want to show you what we do and why we do it. And now, if you're still here, by the way, this Arvo, our tool, what this does, this is a marketing tool, okay? You can use this, and there's a bunch of case studies right here. You can use this to drive more traffic, organic search traffic to your site. All these people are here. These are people who use our software to create content, create blog posts, create pages, create content on their site using AI to do content marketing. To, for example, this guy converted a bunch of YouTube videos into blog posts, English YouTube videos into like French blog posts, and got a ton of traffic to his site, to his marketing agency. I mean, all these are case studies of people using our software, our marketing software called Arvo, to drive traffic to their site. Okay. This is what we do. If you have a SaaS, you should be firing up on all fronts. YouTube, ads, SEO content like this, right? Twitter, LinkedIn, great product, all this stuff. And Arvo, I think, there's a free trial, by the way, is a great product to help you with your SEO and getting more traffic from Google search. Google search, by the way, if you rank on Google search, you'll also rank on the now AI-based search engines like ChatGPT, Perplexity, all this stuff. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. Check Arvo out. I'll leave a link in the description. If you have any questions, comment below, because I read every single comment. So yeah, that would be amazing if you could comment something. If you don't have any questions, just comment the words SaaS, SaaS, because YouTube like values a ton comments. Like even better than like likes and subscriptions, comments are like the holy grail. So if you can please leave a comment saying SaaS, that would be amazing. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.